Hi all, and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be taking a look at the eGear Windmill Trekker lighter. Whenever I go out on a backcountry camping trip, canoe trip, this is always my primary source of fire. I will always bring more than one way to make a fire, including ferrocerium rods and matches and Bic lighters stowed throughout my gear, but this particular lighter rides with me wherever I go. I've had this lighter for about a year now. I can't really remember exactly, but I think I paid in and around $50 for it, which is pretty expensive actually for a lighter. But I really liked the features that it had, and decided to take the plunge, and I have to say that I'm quite pleased with it. This particular lighter, they say it weighs in at about 2.5 ounces. Let's double check that. I would assume that 2.5 ounces would be not including the butane fill. This one is full. And yeah, 2.58. Considering that it's full of butane, I would say that 2.5 is certainly reasonable. It says that it holds 4 grams of fuel. It does take the standard butane fills in the bottom. Now it's advertised as being water resistant. It's not waterproof. It does have a hinged kind of locking cap on the top. Although I did note that there is still a small gap in there. It's held on with this little clasp, and then it's a spring-loaded top cap. There is an O-ring that runs around the lighter itself, and that's where it becomes water resistant. The clasp just secures the top. The outer is a rubber, it's like a very hard rubber, but it still has a little bit of give to it. It is textured, as you can see, and it's got the raised ridges to provide you a good grip. It does come with a lanyard with a movable clip. I don't think that it's 550 paracord, but it's relatively strong. It's strong enough for its intended purpose. It does have a window, which indicates how much butane is still remaining in the lighter itself. And it is very easy to fill via the fill nipple here. If you want to adjust the flame size, you can do so with a flat screwdriver or fingernail if needed, and change the flame height. I like it rather small. You don't really need it very large, I've found. So the way that it works is you just flip the clasp down. The hinged lid is spring-loaded, so you just have to press this button, and it flips open, ready for use. It is a torch-style lighter. They say that the flame burns at about 2,000 degrees. I really have no way of measuring that, but it definitely burns a lot hotter than your standard Bic. The flame, it's going to be very difficult to see. It's like a cone-shaped blade, or a cone-shaped flame, and at the tip of the flame is generally the hottest point, and it is very hot. It's one of the reasons why I like this for camping. Is you really don't need a lot of tinder, and you can get a roaring fire going, even just making shavings with your wood shavings with your knife. The overall size is 3.7 inches end to end, and it's 1.2 inches across in diameter. It is a little bit bigger than a standard lighter in comparison. There's a standard Bic, and everybody's favorite regular size Zippo. So as you can see, it is a little bit longer. The real difference is here. As you can see, it's just bulkier. So I don't think that it would really work as a great EDC item. But for camping purposes, it's perfectly acceptable. You can secure it to yourself via the lanyard as well. Overall, I'm quite happy with the performance. The website advertises that you can get I forget 2,000 lights off of one fill, but that's pretty subjective in my opinion, because I mean, that's probably that, you know, as far as how they determine a light. It's a very good lighter in my opinion. I think that for camping purposes, it's fantastic. I would definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's no problem whatsoever starting fires with it, even if the wood is, you know, somewhat wet. It definitely burns quite a bit hotter than most other lighters. It is a piezoelectric ignition system, which means there's a very small crystal that when you hear the click, it just forms a small spark that ignites the butane. They say that it's windproof. However, we all know that apparently this is windproof as well. And there's really no such thing as windproof. Says it withstands winds of 70 to 80 miles per hour. I have really no way of measuring that, but I know that you can certainly blow it out if you want to. It's definitely more wind resistant than your standard Bic. The only real gripe that I have with it is I actually wish that it had a different type of cap. I'm not too thrilled about the hinged top. I would rather have a screw off cap, just simply because it's already a large overall lighter. When you open the cap, it's double the size all of a sudden, and when you're trying to get in and start fires, the cap tends to get in the way. However, you know, it's certainly something that you can work with. So yeah, overall, I would recommend it. It is a bit pricey. I think that it's advertised at being $55 or something. I did notice that Cabela's in Canada stocks these, and they're in and around that $50 to $55 range. You can certainly find it on eBay and Amazon for substantially less money. And if you're willing to spend that kind of money on a lighter, and you're an outdoorsman, I would certainly recommend it. As far as being water resistant, it is to a certain degree. It does not claim to be waterproof, but I would consider it water resistant. As always, thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, by all means, let me know. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.